What are the best small luxury SUVs that you can buy in 2022? That's what we're going to find out. Welcome to Car Hub Corner, where we help you, the consumer, master the process of car buying and car ownership. If you're in the market for a small luxury SUV, roughly between 40 and 60 grand, then this video is for you. I'm going to go through 5 of the very best small luxury SUVs that you can buy in 2022 in the areas that matter most, including value for money, reliability, technology and features, performance, and general utility. So to find out which small luxury SUVs are best, make sure to stick around until the end of the video. We're going to get this list started with my number 5 pick, which is the Volvo XC40. Now, what I really like about the XC40 is that this is a great SUV for anyone who's just looking for a slight step up from a mainstream SUV like a Honda or Toyota. The XC40 offers a lot of value and is fairly reasonably priced for what you get. The pricing basically starts where a fully loaded Toyota RAV4 or Honda CR-V ends. And for only another $5,000, you get a very well-equipped SUV that comes with basically all the features and technology that you would expect, plus a lot more too. If you go for the XC40 T5, for example, you get a 250 horsepower, 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder with all-wheel drive. You definitely don't get that kind of power in a RAV4 or a CR-V. And if you really want, Volvo offers a fully electric version, which is called the XC40 Recharge. The Recharge gives you even more power, plus an electric range of over 200 miles or 330 kilometers. But even the regular gas XC40 is a great SUV with a very comfortable ride, lots of great features and technology, and plenty of interior space too. Unlike a comparably priced BMW X1 or Mercedes GLA, for example, you get a lot more interior space and a very generous sized cargo area too. And the other great thing about the XC40 is that it has a generally good reputation for build quality too. Unlike the more expensive XC60 and XC90s, which seem to have more quality issues, the XC40 is largely a pretty reliable SUV. That probably has something to do with the fact that the XC40 is a relatively simple SUV by comparison. Whatever the reason, the XC40 is certainly a safer choice than a lot of other European brand SUVs, which are not always known for having the best reliability. That being said, if you are really concerned with reliability and repair costs and looking for a luxury SUV to hold on to for a very long time, then let's move on to number 4 on the list, which is the Genesis GV70. Now, even though Genesis is a relatively new luxury brand, the company has been winning all kinds of awards and has been getting amazing praise from pretty much everyone. The GV70 is a great example of that. Not only is this a very stylish SUV with a beautiful interior that really does blow away a lot of BMWs and Mercedes, but it also offers amazing value for the money. The pricing is pretty reasonable for what you're getting, especially considering that you'd probably have to spend at least 5 to 10 grand more to get a comparable European brand SUV with similar technology. You also get an amazing driving experience with a very comfortable ride, great handling, and lots of power, with a choice between either a 4-cylinder turbo or a V6 turbo, both of which have amazing performance. And not only is it a great driving SUV with a very luxurious feature-packed interior, but you also get an amazing after-sales experience too. Genesis gives you one of the longest warranties in the luxury business, giving you plenty of peace of mind. They also give you complimentary free maintenance during the warranty period with pickup and drop-off with a Genesis loaner vehicle, which is something that you don't get with most luxury brands. The GV70 is a very well-rounded SUV that does offer a lot of value. One of the only things really holding it back from a higher spot on this list is the fact that it does have a pretty cramped interior space. The back seats of the GV70 are very tight and the cargo area is not all that big either. And because Genesis is a relatively new brand, the company hasn't had a lot of time to build much of a reputation for itself, which means that the GV70 is just not all that established when it comes to long-term reliability or resale value either. If having a well-established brand and brand image is important to you, then take a look at number 3 on the list, which is the one that I'm test driving here, the Porsche Macan. No question, as far as small luxury SUVs go, the Macan is one of the very best options on the market. It has quickly become one of the very best-selling models in the Porsche lineup, and for very good reason. Even though it is the most affordable Porsche that you can buy, it really doesn't sacrifice anything when it comes to its build quality, luxury, or most importantly of all, that famous Porsche driving experience. Although you can get the Macan with a very powerful V6 turbo with the Macan S or GTS, the base model with the 4-cylinder turbo does give you more than enough power. But more importantly, with that power, you get an amazing driving experience with a type of sharp handling that Porsche has always been long known for. You can really feel that amazing balance and body control as you turn it around corners. I really don't think it's an exaggeration to say that the Macan really is the sports car of SUVs. But not only do you get a great drive, but you also get a very luxurious and comfortable interior too. Everything in here just looks incredibly high quality and feels absolutely rock solid. Unlike a lot of the latest BMWs and Mercedes, which can have some pretty surprisingly cheap feeling interiors with a lot of creaky plastics, you don't get any of that with a Porsche. And not only is the build quality good in terms of finish, but it's also very good in terms of longevity too. The Macan, like many Porsche models, seems to have a pretty good reputation for its build quality and reliability. Unlike most European brand luxury SUVs, which tend to develop a lot of issues over time, Porsche for the most part really does seem to know what it's doing, which along with their very desirable brand image is part of the reason why they also tend to have higher resale value over time too. So there's no question then that when it comes to comparing European brand luxury SUVs, the Porsche Macan is the one to have. But that being said, there are some pretty significant reasons why it hasn't made the top spot on the list. For one thing, the Macan is a very cramped SUV. It really doesn't have that much interior space or storage space, and the cargo area is pretty tight too. For that reason, it really is an SUV for those who prioritize things like style and performance above practicality. But even though you might be able to live with the tight interior space, the one thing that you might not be able to handle is the higher price tag. Compared to most other small luxury SUVs, the Macan is quite expensive, especially when you start checking off options. But then again, that isn't really a surprise when it comes to Porsche, because this isn't exactly a brand that's all about saving money. Ultimately, if you are looking for the best value in a small luxury SUV at a more affordable price point, then let's move on to number 2 on the list, which is the Acura RDX. So how exactly does the RDX beat out every single SUV on this list so far? Well, hear me out. For one thing, the RDX really is an amazing value for what you're getting. It is one of the most affordably priced luxury SUVs that you can buy, and you're not really sacrificing anything when it comes to interior space, performance, or technology either. Unlike the GV70 or the Macan, this is a proper sized SUV with lots of interior space and a really good sized cargo area too. The interior is also quite luxurious and sporty feeling, and it comes packed with amazing features for the price point. And the RDX is also a great driving SUV with amazing handling from a super handling all-wheel drive system and a 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder engine that gives you plenty of power. And the best part is that along with that amazing performance and value, you also get a great reputation for long-term reliability too. The RDX is generally known to be a very well-built, long-lasting vehicle. And unlike most European brand luxury SUVs, you're not going to have to worry about expensive repair bills if you decide to keep one for a long time. And because the RDX is known to be reliable, it also has very strong resale value too. At the end of the day, for the price that you're paying, the RDX is a very difficult SUV to argue with. And it is one of the best small luxury SUVs that you can buy. Having said all of that though, there is one other small luxury SUV that has even more to offer and has an even better reputation than the RDX. And that SUV is number 1 on my list, which is the Lexus NX. Without question, if you're looking for a small luxury SUV that not only delivers on luxury, but gives you amazing reliability and value for your money, the Lexus NX is the go-to choice. Lexus has long been known for making the most reliable and long-lasting vehicles on the market, and the NX is no different. So if you're looking for a small luxury SUV that you can hold on to for as long as possible with minimal repair costs, the NX is the obvious choice. But not only do you get amazing build quality, but you also get a very well-designed SUV too. The NX gives you a lot more variety than the other SUVs on this list, with a choice of a gas engine, a hybrid, or a plug-in hybrid option. The NX 350, for example, gives you a turbo 4-cylinder engine with very similar performance to the other SUVs on this list. If you'd rather save a lot of money on gas, however, you could go for the NX 350h, which is the only hybrid SUV on this list. Or you could also go for the NX 450h Plus, which is a plug-in hybrid giving you a dedicated electric range of around 35 miles or 55 kilometers. With that one, you also get over 300 horsepower, making it one of the most powerful SUVs in this group. And as with all Lexus models, you get a very comfortable, luxurious interior with amazing build quality too. It would be nice if it had a little bit more interior space, but other than that, there really isn't much that the NX doesn't seem to do well. It's one of the best values and one of the most well-rounded small luxury SUVs that you can buy. And the fact that it has top-notch reliability, hybrid and plug-in hybrid options, and also has amazing resale value too, really does help solidify its top spot on this list. So let me know what you thought of the luxury SUVs on this list. Would you buy any of them, or would you get something else instead? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. You can also take a look at some of my other car videos by checking out these links over here. Make sure you follow me on TikTok and Instagram. And if you need any additional car buying advice, recommendations, or help with getting a great deal on your next new car purchase, make sure you check out carhelpcanada.com. Thanks so much for watching, and see you next time.